like a veterans like Dinwiddie and Rondo, I think, are the leaders of the team. But the star of your team is what makes your is what the team becomes. Magic's team was always flashy. The Showtime Lakers, the Bird Celtics were blue collar. Jordan's teams and Kobe's teams were tough and hardworking. Shaq's teams were fun and kind of goofy, like Shaq was. Tim Duncan's teams were quiet. His first team was quiet. What else is there? Well, until Magic took over the Lakers, Kareem was on the Bucks, and the Bucks were pretty low key, like Kareem was, And I don't know. I'm trying to think of other examples here. I don't know. The star kind of defines your team, and it's what your team kind of becomes. Kawhi's teams are enigmas. They are enigmas wrapped in a riddle. They're strange. Kawhi is strange. His teams are strange. I don't know if Kawhi ever had full control over the Spurs. There was that one year with the Raptors where he was the leader. He was the guy. And the team wasn't weird. But normally he has a great coach that can kind of, take more control. Like with the Spurs, I think the leader wasn't as relevant because Greg Popovich had full control of the team. I think it was kind of a sharing of control of the team. Like kind of, like Duncan and Popovich were kind of in control of everything. And then when he left, Popovich kind of took way over, and Kawhi, he wasn't the leader. Then with the Raptors, Nick Nurse, another great coach. Last year, the Clippers were not strange. Everyone was like, well, they load manage in the season. They'll be fine in the playoffs. They weren't weird with Doc Rivers. Now they got Ty Lue, who we thought was a proven coach, but then he went 0-6 without LeBron. So now we're kind of questioning. We're like, is he that good? Because, he wasn't going to win without LeBron. Because he didn't have a star. But, we had to, the Clippers are strange now. It's really weird. He's a great player, but he can't lead. He's not a leader. And he sure is an enigma. So Luka last night, speaking of the Clippers, on the Mavericks side, Luka had a Luka game. 42 points, 14 boards. And this is very much what LeBron used to do when he was younger. He wasn't on the best team, but he was able to escape series with a great performance. Yeah, so Luka had 42, 8, and 14. And he is the best 22-year-old, I think, since LeBron, Luka. And this is what they got to do quickly. Porzingis, here's what we found out over the years. First, we thought Porzingis was a 1. But then he was like AD. He got injured a lot. And then we thought he was a 2 with Luka, but he still disappears during the season. And then now we are at, sorry for my pauses between. Now we're at the fact that he might be a 3. And they got to find a good 2. Because Porzingis is not going to be there a lot. I don't think AD is at that stage where like, okay, he's injured enough to be a 3. Because he doesn't get injured until later in the season. I think like Porzingis is like Garoppolo. He's great when healthy, but he's always injured early. And is always out for the season. AD, he's injured later. You know, he can get you to the playoffs. So I don't think we're at the point where he's a 3 right now, but they gotta find a good 2 for Luka. Or else he'll pull a decision himself. And go take his talents to... Actually, he might take his talents to South Beach. With Jimmy Butler. If they're, still not finding a 2. But, alright. Let's get some... I think... Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna get music going here. I'll talk about this, and then I'll talk about Coach K, and then I'll sign off. So Sammy Watkins sees a lot of similarities between this Ravens team and this Chiefs team, and his Super Bowl team with the Chiefs. You know what I love about Sammy Watkins? He's been on the Rams, a winning team, Bills, who were winning by the time he left, Chiefs, who were winning, who won a Super Bowl, Ravens, who are probably gonna take... I think I called this wrong with the Sixers last year. I thought last year the Sixers would step it up. Like, they would take the next step to possibly winning the finals. But that's this year. So I think, I called it wrong again this year. I thought the Ravens would kind of take their next step. And one thing I didn't think they'd make the Super Bowl, but I think they would really get to the AFC Championship and contend, but they would lose to the Chiefs. But I think next year is their year to step up. And there are a lot of similarities between this Ravens team. They got a good defense, a smart coach. Both coaches would have been fired if it weren't for their quarterbacks coming in. Both offenses are very good, but the defenses aren't as good. They're pretty good, though. So there definitely are a lot of similarities between these two teams. Alright, so back to Coach K. I think this is the right way to end my podcast at around 40 minutes. But Coach K, I would love to see some of his accolades. Hold on, let's see this. Let me just read some of this. 5 national championships. 91, 92, 01, 10, and 15. 6 gold medals as a head coach. As the U.S. Men's national team. 9 national players of the year. My bad. 6 national defensive players of the year. 10 consecutive top 10 AP poll finishes. 12 National Coach of the Year honors. 12 Final Four appearances. 12 ACC regular season championships. 15 ACC tournament championships. 28 NBA lottery picks. 35 NCAA bids, most by a coach. Oh, and 28 lottery picks is most in draft history. 15 ACC tournament championships is most. 12 Final Four appearances is tied for most. 37 All-American selections. 67 NBA draft selections, including 41 first-round picks. 67 ACC tournament wins, most in league history. 97 NCAA tournament wins, most in NCAA history. 126 weeks ranked number 1 in the AP poll, most by a coach in poll history. 517 ACC wins, most in league history. 556 weeks ranked top 10 in the AP poll, most by a coach in poll history. 649 weeks ranked in the AP poll, most by a coach in poll history. 1,097 victories at Duke, most in NCAA history at one school. And 1,170 wins, most in NCAA history. I gotta take a picture of this, hold on. This is GOAT stats. I'm dead serious. That is insane. I don't know who would want that job. And I mean, I'm sure there's some people that are going to look at it like, hey, I can be the head coach at Duke basketball. Not Duke football or anything, but Duke basketball. And I'm sure they'd like it, but do you really want to replace Krzyzewski? That doesn't sound like a very easy job there. Alright, so good stuff today. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. See you tomorrow, Friday. Have a good day.